No gain. Second down 10. Opening drive for the Lions. They've moved it well. Morris remains the back. Stafford's pass complete. That's Calvin Johnson. Inside 42 of Tampa Bay. Another Lion first down. An impressive opening drive.
Down the field that springs Burleson for a few extra yards.
Gain of 20. Job at best back in. Stafford under pressure for the end zone and out of bounds towards Calvin Johnson, where Aqib Talib will be on him like glue all day.
And remember last year, Talib didn't play in that game where Detroit came in here and won it and really essentially knocked Tampa out of the playoffs. Talib didn't play in the game. Calvin did. 10 catches for 152 yards. Premier receiver against premier cornerback. This one should be a lot of fun to watch.
Calvin Johnson has caught a pass in every game he's played in.
Get in the backfield and make some noise. 2nd and 8.
Stafford down the middle for Calvin Johnson. First down catch is made. Sean Jones from the safety spot wraps him up. Stafford 3rd and 22. 3-man rush. He rolls out, points downfield. Stafford heaving it for Calvin Johnson. And did he hang on? No! He had it in his hands. Incomplete. And Aqib Talib is slow to get up, if he can get up.
Well, here's the route, and it's really a scramble drill. As things break down, he's going to look back at the quarterback. Now Matt says, go. Matt Stafford says, go deep. And then just launches this thing. He could not corral it as it hits the ground. Tried to clamp it between his legs, never had possession of the ball. But look at this little flick. As he twists his hips and launches off that back foot, forget about it. That thing went about 55 yards in the air.
And if you'd let him a little more, Calvin Johnson might have had a touchdown. Aqib Talib, the injured player. Stafford. Calvin Johnson. Touchdown Lions. On 4th and 3. He floated at 36 yards. And the Lions get into the end zone.
How about the patience from Matt Stafford, just hanging in there and letting the play develop. Aqib Talib playing from a trail position. Looks like the safety was late getting over the top. There's the pump fake. Look at him just hold in there. Now watch as there's the little pump fake right there. Here's the safety trying to get over late.
Oh, Talib looked like he
over the hands of Talib.
Would have had a hand on that. But the size of Calvin Johnson figured in the reception and the Jason Hanson extra point. We welcome you back to Tampa Bay.
There it is right there. That's the matchup to keep your eye on here in the second half. Talib did have the pick six, but he was not covering Calvin Johnson in the first half. He was on Burleson, and then obviously Heller dropped the ball and he picked it off and took it in. Calvin at over 20 yards a catch and the big touchdown.
On 3rd down. Time for Stafford. And over the head, a flag comes in.
Yeah, they're going to get Talib on pass interference, I believe.
That was over the head of Calvin Johnson.
He ran a double route, Calvin Johnson.
25, defense, 5 yards on the first down.
And here it is, and watch Calvin. There's going to be one cut. Now he's going to fake out. Now he's going to fake back in. The ball's not in the air, and Talib was holding on to the back of his jersey.
That's a product of the two things you were talking about, the size of Calvin Johnson, his ability, and maybe Talib get tired of chasing that big guy all over the field. Down up limping. On 1st and goal, Stafford, Calvin Johnson.
Wow.
And that is a touchdown, Lions. Yes, he held on. He came up cleanly with the football as Stafford goes limping off. And remember, Calvin Johnson said the memory of last year, as Stafford looks like he's
he's got a cramp. That's the classic, put my leg up, stretch my calf.
But Calvin Johnson said after that opener last year with the Bears, I'm going to make sure I come down with the football and hand it to the referee.
What did I tell you? 4 feet over his head, he's open every time. That's a perfect example of it. Gets his feet down, the ball in front of him, clamps down, finishes the whole process of the catch. And Talib can get up. He's got big ball skills, but that's all Calvin Johnson and that physical talent I was talking about earlier.
Wonder if he's thinking in his mind, take that, Gene Steratore. Best record in the league last year. The #1 seed knocked out in the playoffs. Calvin Johnson on the catch. It'll bring up a 3rd down. And an important stop here for Tampa. If Josh Freeman can get back on the field. The Bucs are known, the young Bucs, for their 4th quarter comebacks. But Stafford wants to keep his
pedigree here.
Hand on the wheel.
A little swing route to job at best.
Plenty of time. Throws for Calvin Johnson, and it's incomplete. Coverage help over there, Cody Grimm with Aqib Talib to close it out. The NFL doubleheader on Fox continues. The Lions win 27-20 in Tampa.